Hey everyone, I'm going to attempt today to do a update on my Alpinestars Tech Air 5 airbag system. Unfortunately my lap has been commandeered by a Chinese Cresty, so we shall try our best. So I've owned this for just over 2 years now. In that time I've done quite a few miles on it, so it will be ideal to go over the good, the bad, and the ugly. First things first. One thing to note and remember: this Velcro strap makes the system live, and if you leave it like that, it will be live, and it will drain your battery down. So make sure that's not touching there. There's like a sensor in there, magnetic sensor. Well, some sort of sensor that knows that it's shut. So, if I open up my Tech Air 5 app, get the system live, and connect to the app, you can see there, hopefully, because I can't really move, but trust me, I've got 35% battery remaining. You can change from street mode into a race mode, and now I've got another dog who wants attention. Yeah, you can change from street to race. Yeah, so you go rider mode, you've got a street and a race mode. You can also check for software updates, which mine is already updated, so it's not an issue there. You've got all your documents, and you've also got your working hours. So I've worn this jacket for 597 hours apparently, and 36 minutes. It is due a service, so you are meant to service them after 2 years or 500 hours of riding, so it's overdue. So I do need to get that done at some point. I believe that costs £99 as long as there's no issues. They clean it. You have to send it back to Alpinestars, which is rather annoying. That was the case. I don't know if you can send it anywhere more local now, but yeah, when I first bought it, I was told you had to send it back to Alpinestars. That includes washing all the garment and checking all the electronics and everything else. So yeah, it is due that service, which I will get done soon. It is a bit of a heavy jacket because you have got the back protector in here and all the electronics. So yeah, it is a bit of extra weight on your back. Not you notice it when you're on the bike. Yeah, so let's go for the good things of the Tech Air 5. The battery lasts absolutely ages. I mean, even now, after all this usage, you get about 30 hours out of it. So yeah, the battery life is pretty good, which is handy when you're on tour. I mean, you feel really protective. I know this is one of the better ones out there, so I believe it inflates on the shoulders, pretty much covers a lot of your upper body. So yeah, it's one of the better airbags out there for protection, I think, from doing my own research. Obviously you've got a back protector in there. It does become a bit of a pain if you have multiple jackets, and as we'll get to in a minute, if it gets too hot and you can't wear it. And so what I've resorted to doing is leave my back protectors excuse me, I've got a hay fever really bad. But yeah, what I've resorted to doing now is leave my back protectors in, and you know, you don't really notice it. It's fine. So basically wearing two back protectors. The ease of use, it's really simple. As I say, you just put it on, zip it up, and just close the Velcro tab, and it powers up automatically. It goes through a little sequence, which I'm hoping you can see, and once it's green, it's live. So there it's green and yellow because my battery's half empty. It's flashing red, your battery needs charging. In terms of the bad things, when you get to about 25 degrees, it's too hot. It's simple as that. It has to come out. You just can't wear it. It just becomes like a boy in a bag, a rice packet. I've taken it on tour with me, but half the time I just ended up taking it out and leaving it out because it's just too hot. It just becomes uncomfortably so, to the point it affects your ride and your concentration. So you have to just accept that, and so in future I probably won't take it on tour with me again, and just stick to the back protector unless I'm going somewhere particularly cold. As mentioned previously, the back protector is bulky, it is heavy, so it is a bit of a pain even when you're hanging it up. You have to make sure you've got a sturdy coat hanger so we'll put that, because it is a weighty garment. The charging cable is really difficult to fit in. It's a bit in an awkward placement, and it is fiddly to get it in hold. You do get the charging cable that comes with the actual jacket has got a removable bit which I usually leave in. There you go. So the actual, and all you do, that's magnetic. So I'll leave the actual end of the cable in the jacket. Probably going to get back in now, right, the main part. And just when you want to charge it, just stick the magnetic end on and it charges. The only downside to that is obviously you're left with this little tiny bit, so if you're not careful you could easily lose it, but once it's in here it doesn't budge. You can use other micro USB chargers as well, it works fine. Obviously, as we've already touched on, the servicing is expensive, so I looked at it, it's £99 every 2 years, and if there is an activation it has to go back to Alpinestars, and I can't remember what I was, but there's about 200 odd quid to have that reactivated. You can't just do it yourself, so that's one thing to bear in mind. Try not to crash in it. Unfortunately or fortunately I haven't crashed in it, so I can't test the actual credentials, but it does feel protective. You do feel like that in and off you've got an extra layer of protection, so it doesn't make you ride like an idiot, but it does, you do feel a bit reassured in the back of your mind. Not sure what else we can go over, it's not been gone over already, but I will finish by saying, would I recommend an airbag jacket? Absolutely. I've been in a major accident before, and I suffered an L1 fracture in my back, which is starting to give me jip now after 7 years. Maybe something like this would have protected me a bit more at the time, but these weren't available back then anyway. So, well, I think the early ones might have been, but they weren't widely available. Yeah, I would personally recommend one. Just gives you that little extra peace of mind, and the only time you can't really use it when it gets too hot outside. They also feel like a quality bit of kit, and it says it's made in Italy, designed and made and developed and made in Italy as well. So it does feel like a quality product that will look after you if the worst happens. Yeah, so the merits of airbag jackets are up for debate. That's up to you whether you feel it's a worthwhile addition or not. But personally, if weather's not too hot, I'd always have one of these in. That said, if someone wants to ride around in shorts and a t-shirt, that's entirely their choice. I'm not judging anyone, It's just not what I'm prepared to do myself, but I live in a free world, we hope anyway. And there you go. That's a totally different debate entirely. So yeah, that's just my real world review of the Alpinestars Tech Air 5 airbag. If you've got any questions on it that I've not covered, then fire away in the comments and let me know what you think about wearing an airbag jacket in general. I'd be interested to hear people's thoughts. Yeah, thanks for watching the video, guys, and if you won't mind, just give us a quick like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Cheers. And let's have a little bonus at the end of this video. So a few days ago I was actually knocked off my motorbike on a roundabout where a hit and run driver cut across my path. Kind of dumb. Yeah, so the airbag deployed as expected and it did its job. As it went off, well, I didn't really feel it, to be honest. I got myself up from the road and I thought I felt like the Michelin Man. I thought, well, why was everything so tight? And obviously I was in pain anyway, 'cause I'd broken ribs. But yeah, I ended my bike jacket and then I was, oh yeah, airbag jacket was under here. And it had gone off, so I don't know exactly at what point it went off, so I just didn't notice it going off. But yeah, point is, it did work, and I think it probably saved me from some more serious injuries. So I'm going to show you now. That's what the app looks like when it's been deployed. System deployed, and it's basically unusable. So yeah, I'm glad of that. And it feels a bit thicker now, so you can. The air stayed inside for a little while. But yeah, everything did its job. The back protector did its job. Obviously I did sustain injuries, but you know, this went off, so it protected me somewhat. You know, so I'm pretty confident that without this, the injuries possibly would have been much worse. So yeah, very happy with the performance of the Tech Air 5 in a crash. Cheers, guys.